Hello everyone, welcome back to the Toolips tutorial. Today we'll be building our first real Toolips project. As usual, this will begin by creating a new project. We will be using Toolips sessions, so we will use a new web app method. This project will be called Markdown Browser. We're also going to need a few other extensions, so let's add them. First is Toolips Markdown. And then Toolips Defaults. Toolips Markdown gives us the ability to convert Markdown into components. Toolips Defaults provides some components that will make our project easier. We will start by making a body component. Next, we will go ahead and make a div component for our header. This will be aligned to center by providing the keyword argument align. Great! Now let's make a quick header. We'll also go ahead and write a Toolips default.sheet to the connection. This provides some default styles for us to work with. Next, we will make the main box that will eventually house our files. We will go ahead and build a new function which builds our file buttons. We'll call this build document. This will be started by opening a loop of each file inside our folder. For this, we will use base's readdir. For each file, we need to build a button and then bind a click event. We'll start the loop by creating a button. Next, we will use on from Toolips session to bind the click event. We provide the connection, component, and action. When clicked, we will need to replace the contents of our main div with the Markdown file rendered into HTML. First, we will read the file in as a string. Next, we will call the setChildren method on our component modifier, setting the children of main box to our Markdown. We will use the TMD method to provide our Markdown. This method can take a name and our Markdown, or just our Markdown. We'll also make this into a comprehension for a few good reasons. Firstly, it is faster, and secondly, it will provide us with a return. This is easy to do. Just move the for to after the end, put begin at the beginning, and surround it with vector delimiters. Now we will call this function inside of our home function. We'll go ahead and set the children of our main box to its return. The children and text properties are indexed with a symbol, unless we are grabbing it from a component modifier. Next, we are going to add a back button to get back to the Files page. Now let's bind it with On. This time, we simply call setChildren on the return of this same function. We also need to add the back button into this setChildren. For the final step, we push all of our components together in Home. And then we write the body to the connection. Don't forget to add using for our dependencies at the top. We also need to make sure our button is returned in this loop. Of course, we also need to make our documents directory. Include dev.jl just as we have done before. And the result is our cool little Markdown viewer in just a few minutes.